Hail and Matches Adventures! Welcome to the world of Baldur's Gate 3. It's me, the Spot King, and today I present to you 3 archer builds, which is very unique, interesting to play, and of course very fun. So without further ado, let's start with the first one. So our first build will rely on this beautiful bow that you see on my character's back right now. When you create an archer, most of the time you think about a ranger or maybe a rogue, but in my opinion, one of the best archers actually in D&D role set, which is like Baldur's Gate 3 role set, is fighter, and you will understand very soon why it is fighter. So, when you create a character, you want to pick fighter and pick fighting style archery. Then let's talk about our ability distribution. About race, it doesn't matter because fighter will get access to all armor and weapons. So for race, you can pick like half-elf or someone like that. And when you create an archer, of course, main stat will be dexterity, so we're focusing on dexterity and constitution to have more health points and basically survive more. Other stats is not so important for our archers, so we can balance them out. And I suggest actually even going into 17 in dexterity, so we have +2 and 17 over here right now. And we can have something like 11 in strength. Or even we can go into a more optimized way and have 9 strength and 12 in wisdom. Wisdom will protect us from different sleep and hold person spells, so that's nice and important stat. So let's level up. Leveling fighter is really easy, so on second level you get access to action search, which will give you extra action to use in one fight. Nothing to pick here. Now we're going to fighter level 3, and now finally we can pick our subclass. For this specific build we go with champion subclass, which unlocks this improved critical hit, and it will reduce attacking rolls that are required to make critical strike by 1. So now instead of rolling 20 for critical hit, we need only to roll 19, and it's like +5% to critical strike chance. So level 4. Now we get access to feats, so our feat of choice will be ability improvement right now, and we can go into +1/+1 into strength and dexterity, and this will give us ability to basically jump a little bit longer, get more weight and other stuff. So we continue our journey to level 5, it's like middle or end of the act 1, and now we get extra attack, very useful feat, so now we can do 2 attacks with bow in 1 turn, and use action search to make 4 attacks in 1 turn. So now level 6 and fighter getting additional feat on level 6, that's very cool, and that's why we're picking sharpshooter right now. So sharpshooter, it's passive that we can turn off. I will explain later how to do it, but basically it will give you penalty to attack roll, but it will make 10 flat damage. Very useful against targets with a low armor class. Level 7, nothing to choose, so just some subclass features. Level 8, that's where we want to use ability improvement to round up our dexterity up to 20. And on level 8 we become just stable, destroying machine. So level 9 will give us ability to roll again when we lose in saving throw, very nice. Level 10, that's where we're picking one more fighting class, and now we can pick defense to just increase our armor class. But for this build especially, I recommend going with 2 weapon fighting right now at level 10. More on that just in a second. Let's finish our build, and basically that's where we're going. We want to have level 11 to gain access to improved extra attack, so now we can make 2 attacks, and this means with action search we can make 6 attacks in 1 turn. Isn't that crazy? And of course our final level will be 12. We don't need any subclass multiclass. Level 12 will unlock additional feat for us, so feats of choice. There are 2 feats of choice you can pick from, depending on what you want from your character and how you play him in your party. And one of the feats is Heavy Armor Master. So our strength will be increased by 1, we don't care about it too much, but our incoming damage from non-magical attacks will be decreased by 3 while we're wearing heavy armor. And we will wear heavy armor, as you can see, because we're fighter and we can do it. So that's one of the feats that you can pick. But there are second feats that you can pick too, and this will be Martial Adept. So Martial Adept will give you superiority dice, and this will give you ability one time per short rest to use one of the superiority dice. And I recommend using Precision Attack. This will add +10 to your attack modifier, so you will make hits against strong opponents with high armor class, against some bosses and other guys. And another cool stuff is Disarming Attack or Pushing Attack, to push enemies away or disarm them with additional damage. So very nice feat to have. It depends on what you want from your character, but we can focus just on Heavy Armor Master. And just like that, our character is ready. So what's so cool about this build and what's the idea behind it? Idea, of course, lies in gear we choose. So we focus this build around this bow that you can acquire in Act 3 from the trader. So it's easy to get. The Death Shot bow will reduce numbers that you need to roll to gain critical hit by 1. So combined with our champion fighter class, now we need to roll only 18, but that's not it. We want to acquire this Blade of the First Blood, and you can get it from Orin in Act 3. So after you get this, it will reduce again this number by 1, and this Knife of the Undermountain King again will reduce this critical hit number by 1 once again. And of course Servok's Horned Helmet, so again it will reduce critical hit number by 1, so now we can land critical hits even when we roll 15 on the dice, and that's like 25% chance to hit critical hit. For armor, you can pick any armor you like. I like Armor of Persistence, it's heavy armor, and all incoming damage is reduced by 2. In addition to our heavy damage heavy armor master, and we gain in resistance and blade ward, which will halve the damage from bludgeoning, piercing and slashing damage. That's just insane, guys, in my opinion. So that's super simple yet very effective build. And just look at the damage. Let's use wizards to test damage. Let's attack him and look at the damage. So we got 1d8 from bow, +2 from bow, +5 from dexterity modifier, and +10 from sharpshooter all in. So even when rolling low, we make around 20 damage in one shot, or 25 when we're rolling for max damage. And with critical hit, we will roll additional d8 for damage, so you will land a lot of critical hits and a lot of damage, 25 per shot. But most important stuff, that's why we picking fighter. Because fighter will get 3 attacks and action surge. You will see just in a second in a fight how this character plays out and while he is amazing. So how to fight with this fighter? Basically you can increase power of this character with Elixir of Bloodlust, of course, or you can use Elixir of Wishedness. Each will reduce numbers to roll critical hit by 1 more time, so it will be only 14 to land critical hit. Very nice potion too, but more chances will be with just more actions. That's why Elixir of Bloodlust is most powerful potion in the game, in my opinion. Potion of Speed is very nice too, and we can use Toxin to make our weapon intoxicated to inflict even more damage. So let me use Potion of Speed, let me use this Toxin, and let's attack. Just attack one more time, just like that. So what this archer can do and how much damage he can inflict in the fight. Basic attack, just basic attack. Inflicts 1d8 from bow, +2 from bow, +5 from dexterity modifier, +10 from sharpshooter all in. Not biggest damage, but again, you can attack 3 times with one action. And we at least got 2 actions with action surge in our first attack. But when you're using some different stuff, of course you can inflict even more damage. And yeah, don't forget to dip your weapon in something like Toxin. And Purple Worm is not the best type of Toxin, but just dip it in fire and it will do additional 1d4 damage or 1d6. So just like that. And critical strikes is insane. So yeah, we just do 2 critical strikes in a row. That's amazing. And yeah, with critical strike, you're just rolling double damage for your bow. That's nice damage too. But I would say that's not like strongest part about this build and how you can use this character. There's another way how you can use him. So basically you start as normal archer. So basically after starting fight with your bow, don't forget you're pretty high armored and resistible, just character, you know, who can tank a lot of damage. And that's why instead of just attacking with your bow, you can go with your main hand attack easily. So just go and attack with your main hand. And don't forget you got offhand. That's why you want this awesome duelist trait, duelist feat when you're leveling up as fighter in the later levels, because that's where you get 2 of these daggers before you can use, for example, shield to have high armor class. But when you get to these daggers, you can transition into melee character and start fighting with your swords, basically just like that. Attack a lot of time, do a lot of critical hits. And after you finish target in the melee range, you don't have high movement speed, you transition into bow again and fight targets with a bow. Basically that's the idea of the build and I hope you will enjoy it. But next build is awesome. So what is the second archer? Very unique. Let's build him first. For our next build, again we want to start as fighter. And again we want to pick archer as our fighting style. And for our abilities, they will be completely different and you never played archer like that. So instead of going dexterity and constitution, we want to focus on strength and dexterity at the same time. Our third main attribute will be constitution, and basically we dump everything below. We will be left with 2 points, so we can again spend them on wisdom to have a little bit protection from different health person spells. So character is built, let's level up. Level 2 is the same fighter level, you already know this stuff. And let's go for level 3. Right now we're picking subclass Battle Master. So Battle Master will unlock these maneuvers. And what we want over here, of course we want precision attack, sometimes you just need it against strong enemies. And I would suggest going with creep attack and pushing attack. So pushing attack will give us more space to use our bow, and trip attack will make enemies prone, so they will lie on the ground, and you will have advantage on next attacks. Very useful stuff. So on level 4 we begin sharpshooter trait. Right now we're picking it at level 4 because we don't need anything else right now, and we can compensate this -5 penalty with our superiority dices. Level 5, most important level, we get extra attack, so it's our biggest power spike right now. Level 6, we get additional feat from fighter. Most classes will get it on level 8, but we get it on level 6. Choice here can be again heavy armor master to give +1 into strength and reduce damage taken. But when I'm building this character as main damage dealer with bow, I go for ability improvement and just max out our dexterity. Later levels, again, same story, we want to focus on fighter, so we get 2 maneuvers. We can go with disarming attack right now if you haven't took this yet, and just pick anything you like, it doesn't matter. So we continue to level 9. Level 8, we get access to new feat. Again, we go into ability improvement and get +2 into dexterity. Level 9, we just get this fighter, subclass, future, class future. Now we go into level 10, now we get subclass future finally, which will give us improved superiority dice, very nice. Yeah, and basically again, pick whatever you like, it doesn't matter. We got everything we need right now. We go into level 11, that's where we get in this extra attack, so we make 3 attacks in 1 turn as fighter, very cool. And level 12, that's where we're finishing our archer build. So feats of choice can be anything you like. You can pick tough trait to get more health points. You can use ability improvement and just get more constitution, just whatever you like, it doesn't matter too much. So what's the idea behind this weird build? Again, pick any heavy armor you like, it doesn't matter for this class. Most important items is here. It will be Titan String Bow and Harmonium Halberd, and that's mostly for early game. So in early game, this halberd will give you +2 into strength, and that's very nice bonus. Then if you're using him as your main character, maybe you will find this hex hair, anti-ethel hair in first act, and if you pick strength hair, basically you will use it to improve strength up to 1. So let me use it. Now our strength is 20. And later in Act 2 you can finish this step with drinking potion. You can find this potion in Moonrise Towers when you speak with Drow Elf, and she will give you this potion if you meet her up with Astarion. So if you do it, you will have strength of 22 flat. So no potions needed, 22 flat strength. That's crazy. So what's the point of using this bow and how to get it in a second? So Titan String Bow, you can acquire it in first act, so you can get it as early as possible, very early into the game, and that's why we're building strength and dexterity mix archer fighters. So this bow will have only +1 enchantment, so it's harder to hit with this bow, but you can counter it with precision attack easily with your superiority dice. Most importantly, it is Titan weapon, and this weapon deals additional damage equal to your strength modifier. So when we get only 20 strength and 20 dexterity, we do in one attack. Just look at the damage. So we're rolling 1d8 from our bow, so we rolled 7 damage, then adding +1 from enchantment, +5 from dexterity modifier, +10 from sharpshooter or lean, and +5 strength modifier. So basically we got +21 flat damage and then 1d8 random damage. While at the same time we can add pushing attack, disarming attack, and this will add additional 1d10 damage to our hits. Later in the game you can get this Gauntlets of Frost Giant Strength. Again, you can change basically your stats. You can get more wisdom, more intelligence, charisma, whatever you need for saving throws, because this will set your strength to 23 flat, so 23 flat strength, and now you will do even more damage with your attacks. So now it will be +6 from strength modifier, and in the late game you can get Elixir of Cloud Giant Strength, which will increase your strength up to 27, and that's crazy. So this dude doing just flat 24 damage while adding 1d10 and 1d8 damage at will. 1d8 always, 1d10 at will with your superiority dice. So this dude is just crazy. And before we see how he looks in the battle, let's get this Titan String Bow. If you miss this bow early game, you can get it later on in Moonrise Towers in Act 2 from the vendor, from the Bugbear vendors. But if you want to get it in Act 1, you need to go to the Rising Road, which is located near Walking's Rest, something like that, and basically do little quest line. And don't worry, there won't be a lot of spoilers here. Basically, in this location on Rising Road, you will find a fight. After fight is over, you just need to speak with guy named Rugan. You will find him. Speaks nicely and he will tell you to go to Walking's Rest. After you arrive in Walking's Rest, go to this location. And to these crates, you just throw these crates away, go inside this house, then say what's up to this dude Talazon, and he will tell you to go to this hatch behind him, then to the secret passage in the wardrobe, and you will be in this waypoint in Zentarim hideout. And over here you will find trader at the bottom, so after you finish quest, and this basically will be quest, you can buy this bow from this trader, this Titan String Bow. And now look at this bow in a battle. So stuff that will increase power of this character is, first one, Elixir of Bloodlust. This elixir, when you kill a creature, will give you additional action. And another is Potion of Speed. With Potion of Speed you can have 4 actions in one turn. And that's crazy. Let me show you this. So we're drinking Potion of Speed, and let's go and attack. So that's our turn to attack. We just position ourselves in the middle of the fight because we don't care too much. And basically look what this bro is doing. So we got 2 actions from the start. We're basically attacking, and yeah, we missed. Happens. And just in case you want to hit more often, turn off Sharpshooter All-In. This will increase your chances of hit, so 95%. If we turn this on, it will be 70%. If you don't know where it's located, you go to character sheet, to basically our fighter, and over you pick this feat and just drop it on your dashboard. And you can turn this off and on, or in the passives menu in the bottom. It's over here too. So if you want to hit 100%, just use precision attack. It will use superiority dice, so just use it before attack. And now we got 95% chance to hit even with Sharpshooter All-In turned on. And this dude, by the way, having 14 AC, it's not too low and not too high, just medium AC. So our attack, one shot, one hit, and as you can see, we got additional action right now. Our damage, incredible damage gain. We're shooting a large amount of damage with this Titan String bow. So there's a lot of guys. Let's shoot this bro. Just critical hit, OMG. So we just did 2d8 plus 1 plus 5 from dexterity plus 10 sharpshooter plus 6 strength modifier, 32 damage with one shot, and we only starting because it was only our first action. We can do our second action. So attack 1, attack 2, attack 3, critical miss. Whoa, I like Baldur's Gate 3, there's so much misses. So let's use superiority dice on our third action, and we will make 9 attacks in one turn with this idea. Oh my god, what's happening? So one more attack, please. What I'm rolling, actually, what I'm rolling. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Okay, I don't care. Oh, come on. Classic Baldur's Gate. So let's turn this stuff off. And basically we did 9 attacks in one turn. We can use action surge to make 3 more attacks. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Guys, that's just insane. And basically that's idea of our build. And let's talk about our last archers. So finally, instead of making fighters, we will make a ranger. So this time we're making a ranger as our main class. So we're starting with ranger, and I would suggest going with the bounty hunter favorite enemy, natural explorer, pick whatever you like. I would go with fire. It's like most common like damage source in the game. If you're using him as like sleight of hand machine, use urban tracker to disarm traps and pickpocket someone. But basically we're making a ranger, and let's allocate our stats. And I would suggest going with something like this. Dexterity and constitution is our main stats for bow-based ranger with this beautiful bow. Yeah, you know, this character looks amazing in my opinion. So dexterity and constitution is main stats. Dexterity to attack more with more damage and hit more often. Constitution to survive, and strength just you need to have 10 to make jumps across rivers in most of the locations. Intelligence we don't need it. Wisdom to 14 for more successful spells and other stuff that ranger have, and charisma 10 because we can. So let's level up. At second level we get fighting style, and we pick an archery, of course, to make more often attacks with our bow. For our spells of choice, we want to pick Hunter's Mark. It will increase our damage dramatically, and you can pick Ensnaring Strike because we got ability to strike with it more often with our picks from first level. Third level will give us additional spell. You can pick a Goodberry just to have some health supply to your party, or you can go with Langstrider, speak with animals, enhance sleep, whatever of this stuff you need for exploration stuff mostly, if other characters don't have the spells. Most importantly, we're picking subclass right now, and we're going with Gloomstalker Ranger right now. And we're picking this only for one reason: we're getting +3 bonus to initiative, and on the first turn of combat we got increased movement speed, so we can travel large distance and position ourselves in the best position, and we can make additional attack which will inflict 1d8 damage. So with Gloomstalker we want to continue up to level 6 at least, And at level 4 we get feats, so our feat of choice will be dexterity ability increase, just to make more attacks, have more initiative, just like that. So level 5, that's where we're getting Misty Step as bonus action, very cool, and extra attack. So now we can make 2 attacks in 1 turn, that's amazing. So our spells don't matter, pick whatever your party needs. So level 6, that's where we want to stop our Gloomstalker journey. And we're changing to our subclass. It's this button over here. If you don't know, I saw in the comments some people don't know how to multi-class. In this game, basically you press over here. If this button is not accessible, you need to change your difficulty from easy to medium and then go back. For this multi-class build, we want to switch into Rogue right now. And basically Rogue will give access to sleight of hand and stealth skills, nothing more, so we're picking Rogue. On second level we will get Rogue bonus actions, which will give us ability to disengage. Most of the time we will use it to disengage and attack from the distance, and we will disengage with bonus action and attack with our beautiful bow with our action. And now Rogue level 3, so that's our main part here. Instead of going Thief Rogue, we want to go with Assassin right now. Yeah, Assassin Rogue, we have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet. And that's our main combination with Gloomstalker, because Gloomstalker got high initiative and we will attack first most of the time. And there's 2 additional features, Assassinate Ambush, so if you surprise your enemies, every next attack will be critical hit against them. It's useful sometimes, but not in the major battles. And basically we're going with Assassin Rogue up to level 5. But most importantly up to level 4 to get this Sharpshooter trait finally. So level 5 will give Uncanny Dodge and we will take only half damage when attacks hits us. Very nice feature to have. And now we kinda get to the next point where we can choose our path. So one will be to go into Rogue level 7 to increase power of our ambush attacks. But another way is to go with Fighter, and we can pick Fighting Style Defense to increase our armor class. And basically we can finish with 2 levels of Fighter to gain Action Surge. So we can start the fight with a lot of attacks. Let's do it like that, because picking Rogue will just increase our power. So best way is to finish with Fighter. So what's so special in this type of archer? This archer is our opening archer, how I call him. Our armor of choice will be any medium armor you can find that is good, so it doesn't matter too much. But it will be most importantly centered around this bow. So while this archer will work before you carry this bow, because it's super late game bow, it can be acquired from giant robots in Act 3, from the quest line, so you possibly even can just go past this stuff and can't get it. But I actually recommend getting this stuff, because then our playstyle will be very cool and fun to combine with our characters in our party. So coolest part about this bolt is about this bow, because you can on hit possibly inflict Guiding Bolt upon the target, and Guiding Bolt will give next attack roll against this target, against this creature, advantage. So idea of this archer is to actually start the fight, attack everyone he sees, every enemy once, and possibly it will inflict a lot of guiding bolts, and your whole party will attack with advantage next turn. And that's crazy. So let's see him in action. Again, for maximum performance, use Bloodlust Potion and Potion of Speed before entering the fight. So now as Gloomstalker we got awesome range of running. As you can see, 25 meters we can travel. Additionally, we can use Misty Step to teleport because they're almost same distance, so we can travel around 50 meters in 1 turn. And we can use our Cunning Action Dash to travel double this distance, so almost 100 meters we can travel. But most importantly, as Gloomstalker, again, as I told you, it's our opening ranger, with this bow especially, and we have advantage on anyone who haven't taken a turn yet, because we are Assassin Gloomstalker Rangers. So we can sacrifice 6 meters of our movement speed, that's like not a big of a deal, with our bow, and you can do it with most long bows. And now we will roll for most damage possible, and because we got this awesome ability to have advantage, we can use Sharpshooter Lean to have high hit chance from the start of the battle. Basically, we are shooting just like that, critical hit, he dead. And most importantly, he failed saving throw against the promised victory, so he would be inflicted with Guiding Bolt if he would have more HP than 22. Let's turn this stuff off, so maybe I won't kill them. And again, we got 3 actions from the start of the turn. But that's not coolest part. As you can see, everyone dying in one shot. Oh yeah, he's not dead. But same as previous archers, we can use our action surge to make even more attacks, so we can make 12 attacks with this combination of potions, action surge, and we can make one more attack with our bonus action with Dread Ambusher. No, we don't even use this bonus attack for Dread Ambusher, so we can use it from the start just freely. Yeah, I totally forgot, so we don't need this bonus action even. So we definitely can use Misty Step just like that. That's crazy. That's crazy how many stuff you can do. And of course, most important stuff is everyone will be inflicted with this Guiding Bolt, so your whole party will have advantage on attacks against same targets. And that's why I use this archer as my opening archer when I'm playing 3 archer build. So I'm basically playing this build right now on my first playthrough with Karlach as my barbarian tank and these archers as supports. That's easy, straightforward and very fun to play actually if you want just chill and enjoy gameplay without doing some crazy stuff. And another way to use your bonus action is to use Hunter's Mark, of course. And so you can use bonus action Hunter's Mark on enemies with high health points, and this will add 1d6 to your damage. So this dude haven't taken a turn yet, so we just attacked him, and we have a nice advantage against almost everyone over here. With advantage, we easily shooting arrow after arrow. Yeah. And when we out of actions, we of course can use our Dread Ambusher. One more damage, and now he inflicted with Guiding Bolt. We can use our action surge, make even more attacks. Just like that. Easy, just easy, critical inspired, because we're killing everyone in one turn. And don't forget your assassin ranger, so if you attack from cover and surprise your enemies that's not aware of your existence, you will see they are surprised, the enemy is surprised, and that's where our characters shine even more, because now we're making our attacks with advantage, and most importantly, every attack will be critical strike. And that's crazy. 2d8 from critical strike, +3, +4 dexterity, +10 from sharpshooter, and additional 6d6 to first target from the sneak attack because you got advantage. And that's just insane amounts of damage, so just 50 damage in one shot with basic arrow. And if you don't have nice position after you lost movement speed, you just use Misty Step, reposition yourself, use action surge, and attack more. Just like that. I used Dread Ambusher, of course. I hope you enjoyed these awesome builds and you will have fun playing them. But now I recommend watching this potato or sausage walkthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, you definitely can beat this game with just a sausage or potato. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.